What's up YouTube? For tonight's video, we have a full cannon moves team. So these are moves that have the word cannon in them. And I tell you what people, there is not many of them. So this one was really hard. Anyway, so we got basically 5 moves to use. I picked 6 Pokemon that learned all of these moves. Some of them actually had 2 of them, but most of the time it was just 1 with that move. So I had to come up with a strategy for all of them, which is fairly difficult. Leave those theme teams in the comment section, people. If you enjoy the theme teams, people, leave a like. Let's get into this one. This was a battle on my chat. Now, if you do want to battle me, that's in the description of the video. Man, I'm really tired. It's like 2:30 in the morning, and I just finished this video. I've been working on it all afternoon. Okay, so we have a B-Drill lead. B-Drill. I nearly called that Boo-Drill. What the hell? Anyway, so B-Drill is going to set up Toxic Spikes. I never saw that one coming. Going for the camouflage here. Now, what I wanted to do on Corsola was give it Spike Cannon, but I thought Spike Cannon really isn't going to hit very hard. It's not going to hit hard anyway, but I thought let's turn myself into a normal type of camouflage and then use Spike Cannon with Hustle, so at least I get some kind of power. I've also got Recover and Toxic on it, so all the attacking moves were the cannon moves, but I was allowed to have like some status moves on there. That'd be like, it's already very hard as it is. Alright, anyway, so unfortunately, I thought that B-Drill had Focus Sash there because I used Endeavor. If I got one more hit with Spike Cannon earlier, I would have got rid of it. That would have been really good. But unfortunately, I took a lot of damage for Endeavor, but still a pretty good result. So now we have a Selgor coming in. There's not much I can really do. I don't have Regenerator, as I said, on this thing. I've got Hustle, so I'm just going to have to take the hit. And since I'm a normal type now, it's going to hit me neutrally and take out my Corsola. But still a fairly good result. Oh, the item I ran on to was Choppleberry, because I thought, since I'm turning into a normal type, right, I'm still going to have a weakness to fighting type moves as well as I'm a rock type at the start. So I thought that'd be a pretty smart item to run on because, you know, it's covering both the weaknesses. Anyway, so we have the Absol coming in here. Now I've got Hydro Cannon on my Feraligatr. Now this Feraligatr was just had Hydro Cannon and Rain Dance. It with Torrent. It had Eject button as well. So the idea was to go for the Hydro Cannon, then get hit, eject yourself out of there so you don't have like one turn of recharge. In this case, they went for a freaking Carmine, so I'm just standing here dead in the water. Obviously, Rain Dance there if you want to set that up for a little bit more power. Max speed, max special attack. The Corsola was max health, max attack. Anyway, so Absol is setting up on me. Now, since there's a poison on the field, it's going to have a Hex up, which is going to get boosted by that. Does a lot of damage to me, and my eject button is going to come into play. It was unfortunate because that worked a lot of the time. I could get a big powerful Hydro Cannon off, get hit, then it would just automatically eject me out of the battle. So I love using that strategy a lot with the one-turn, like, you know, recharge moves like Hyper Beam and stuff. It actually makes them viable. It was almost made for those kind of moves. Anyway, so Cloyster's coming in. Now, Cloyster has Spike Cannon as well, so I thought, well, I can run Shell Smash and Spike Cannon on this with Skill Link, so I can hit 5 times. Now, I thought about running the Scummy King's Rock on it, but I thought, no, I'm going to do something different this time. I'm going to give it Silk Scarf so I can make this Spike Cannon hit even harder. Even then, it was doing absolutely tiny amounts of damage. Anyway, so Absol finally goes down, which is great. So it's a fairly even battle at the moment. So the annoying part is I've got that Toxic on the Toxic on the field too. So I really couldn't have got around that one. So anyway, so we got the Ditto coming. Now this Pokemon caused all kinds of problems in this battle. So this battle went for 56 turns. It was a long battle. So as you can imagine, seeing Ditto there, it really did slow the game down. So it's going to transform into my Cloyster. So I thought, okay, so we're going to be the same speed, right? I could go for the Shell Smash here. It may go for the Shell Smash too, or it could just hit me with Spike Cannon, you know. Anyway, so since Cloyster has nice base defense, I'm going to be able to live this one, but since it's going to hit me 5 times and I've got a -1 defense and I'm already poisoned, I know the next move is going to be my last, and even, it was that crit totally mattered, by the way. Even with a Shell Smash upright, I knew the opposing Cloyster was not going to go down because it didn't use Shell Smash itself. It's got nice base defense, and Spike Cannon was just hitting like, it was so weak. Anyways, so going for that Cloyster, hitting it right in the, right in the shell. So it does over half health, that's pretty good. I was kind of aiming for that, but, you know, it was still way off actually taking it out. So anyways, the Ditto is going to go for the Spike Cannon and take my Cloyster out, so that sucked. Now I thought, well, since it's only got Spike Cannon and Shell Smash, let's make use of that, because I could send a Pokemon in that might be able to set up on it or be in a good position. So I thought, let's send in my Dugtrio. Now that the Cloyster was max speed and max attack, Skill Link, Silk Scarf. Now, we have the Alolan Dugtrio with Sand Force ability. We've got on this Sandstorm, I've got Flash Cannon, Metal Sound, and Memento. So Steelium Z as the item here. Now I could either run Z Metal Sound, which boosts my special attack by 1 stage and still does the effect of Metal Sound, which drops the special defense of the opponent by 2. Or I could go for the Flash Cannon Steelium Z right off the bat. So I had 2 options there. Okay, so I predicted the final gambit here because I noticed that Aselka was just using U-turn a lot. It was very conservative about how it was taking a hit, even though it's quite a frail Pokemon. It's kind of just intuition there. I swapped him for Alligator. It was basically burnt already. It couldn't do much, and it already burnt up his item, so I thought that was the best option there. Then I could swap in my Dugtrio because the sand is already up. So now we have a Alolan Sand Slash, so I thought, well, I really can't muck around here because there's a possibility that it could definitely have Earthquake. I've got to go for the Z Flash Cannon. Now, Dugtrio's special attack is absolutely garbage. Even with the Sand Force ability, it's still garbage. And that's exactly why I used it. So going for my Z move on the Alolan Sand Slash. I wanted to say it lived on 1 health, but it just lived on a little bit of health, and it took me out, obviously, with the Earthquake. So that really sucked. I really needed that KO there. Unfortunately for me too, the Sandslash is not going to be affected by the Sandstorm either, and it has leftover. So that was very, very unfortunate. I'm not sure if that was min damage or it was max damage. I actually didn't even do the damage calcs for that. Anyways, so swapping in my Electros. Now, this Electros was really bad. It was fun to use though. The only attacking move I had on it was Zap Cannon. So I was like, I went for Zap Cannon this turn. I'm like, please hit. This is going to be devastating if I miss because I don't have anything left. Thank goodness it lands, and that's going to take out the Sandslash. That would have been really bad because I had like nothing to actually take this thing out. So on this set, I've got Coil with Zap Cannon, got to boost that amazing accuracy. I've got Rest and Sleep Talk, max health, max special defense. So it didn't really have anything in special attack, but its base special attack isn't too bad. The high base power of Zap Cannon and the paralysis. This is where the battle got really long. So I had to, as you can guess, I had to speed this one up a lot. So I sped this up like 5 or 6 times. So the Ditto basically transformed into Electros here, right? So the Ditto only has 5 of each move. It was using Coil to get its defense up. Not that it really mattered, it was more for the accuracy. Now, I knew that I could stall the Ditto out right here because I've got Zap Cannon as well, and we're not going to take each other out, right? We've both got Rest. Now, obviously, the Ditto's got another item. It's not Choice Scarf because it's able to use like more than 1 move. So here, basically, we were just firing Zap Cannons off at each other. Now, with Rest Sleep Talk, I needed 1 at least left so I could use it. I wouldn't pick the move before I ran out of PP. So going for the Zap Cannons, unfortunately, like some were hitting, some were missing. It was like a Zap Cannon warfest at the moment. So the Ditto is going to hang on there, and this bit here is where I swapped out my Electros because I thought, well, they're just going to go for Rest here. I'm going to lose the speed tie. So I thought I'd swap into the main man, Smeargle, in this battle. And this Smeargle was really, really fun. So the Electros, instead of going for Rest, went for another freaking Coil. I'm like, oh, okay. But that's not too bad because it was in range to actually take it out. So I've got Spore on this set, obviously. So I thought, well, that's going to kind of counter me too because I can just go for Sleep Talk after that. I really want to try and get this strategy off. So I decided to take a risk. They actually swapped out and went into a Poochyena. So I'm like, what is this Poochyena going to do? So on the swap right, I went for the conversion Fleur Cannon, which is going to turn me into a Fairy type. So I'm like, this is really good because I've got an advantage against the Poochyena. I could go for the Fleur Cannon here. It's going to be stabbed from the Smeargle. Even though it's got terrible special attack, it's going to be enough to take it out. Since Poochyena's got the Toxic Orb, it's going to activate quickly, and I got Shrek by Poochyena. No! Oh, damn it. I love that so much. Anyway, so my last Pokemon is Electros, and I've really got to get back into this game. All I've got to do is land 1 Zap Cannon against Poochyena, and it's not gonna live. So I've got Rest on this set, which I really needed to do. It's gonna go for the Crunch, which is Stab. Doesn't do too much to me. Now, the thing I was worried about was, since it's my last Pokemon, I can't swap it or anything. If I get a defense drop in Crunch, I'm going to be in big, big trouble because this can just keep using it, and I could be in really big trouble. So the last 2 Pokemon were the Ditto and the Poochyena too. So it was a very tight battle. Anyways, so the Poochyena is just going to continue going for the Facade here. It does a little bit more than Crunch, I guess, but Crunch, remember, does have the chance of dropping defense. So it was kind of tossing up damage over, possible defense drop. Anyway, so I get Sleep Talk Rest. Never saw that one coming. So getting a little bit of leftover recovery back, which is cool. So it's looking like about a 4, maybe 5 hit KO. But that could definitely be lessened if the Poochyena did get a crit and I wasn't able to get rest off after the 2 times I was asleep or even an attack. Anyway, so it's about a 4-hit KO at the moment. So going for the Sleep Talk, praying that I get Zap Cannon, praying that I get, it lands, and I get rest again, like twice in a row. I'm like, oh, damn it. The good thing is, my saving grace is, though, that the item on the Poochyena, the Toxic Orb, is actually doing some damage. Sizable, it's doing more damage than I'm doing. I'm just sitting here, I'm just a floating condom sitting here sleeping. Anyway, so Poochyena is going to go for the facade there. Oh boy, I've got to get a rest this turn. So I'm like, well, I could try this again, right? I can go for another Sleep Talk after this and pray that I take the Poochyena out, or it crits me, or it gets some really solid damage on me. Then the Ditto's going to come in and cause all kinds of nightmares. But one more turn I had with the Poochyena, it was going to go down. Unless it had some healing move, which I was going to be raging about if it did. Anyways, it doesn't. It's going to go for a facade. Now this turn I'm going to go for the Sleep Talk rest. For the Sleep Talk. And guess what, guys? I just spoiled my own commentary because you know what happens? I got rest 3 times in a row. It just happens so often. It's like Sleep Talk rest t-shirt coming soon. Anyways, the Poochyena is going to go down to its own Toxic Orb. So it's quite funny. I didn't even land a single attack. It actually took itself out with its Toxic Orb. How sad is that? That Poochyena was like godlike. Anyway, so the next Pokemon is the Ditto. It's on like 1 health. Now, bear in mind, people, I've got 1 Zap Cannon at this point in the game. So I was like, oh, should I set up coils here? Or, should I go for the Sleep Talk and get, coil and not rest? This bit, I had to speed up 600 times or 6 times, whatever it was. So the Ditto is going to go for the rest. So the thing you got to remember out here is every time Ditto transforms, it's only got 5 PP of every move. So I thought, well, it's got 20 PP in general, right? So if I can stall it out for that long without dying to, continuous Zap Cannons, I'm cool. If I get critted by all 5 of the, well, not all 5, or a lot of, maybe 2 out of the 5, it's going to be on here. So anyway, so going for Sleep Talk rest, there's nothing I can really do here. I've got 1 Zap Cannon left. I just used it then. Now, the Electros is going to have to go for the rest, right? So if it goes for rest again, right, then it's going to be at full health. So then if it uses rest again, it's not going to be able to go to sleep, so it won't be able to make use of Sleep Talk, which will then, further make it use its PP faster. Anyway, so at this point, we're about halfway through the opposing Ditto's PP. I still had a lot of PP left in Coil. That was my highest PP move. I also had a lot of rest back as well. Anyway, so I'm just spamming Coil because there's nothing I can do here. Look at this. It's a battle between the blue condoms. Anyway, getting some more leftover recovery here. It's spamming Zap Cannon like you wouldn't believe. It's got all those Coil boosts up too, so it's not missing. Finally, we get down to the struggle. So we got 2 condoms struggling on the field. The Ditto is going to go down to 2 turns. And man, it's nothing like watching a Pokemon struggle. Thank you for that battle. That was really amazing. That end was so long. Next battle we have, I led with my same, I led with the same Corsola. Now this was a battle against Kobe on my chat. Now, Corsola, and this was very, very frustrating. Let's get into this part because you're going to laugh. So we have the Fracture Lead. It's going to have Mold Breaker, right? It's going to go for a Harden. What the... Okay, so it's bulky. It's going to be bulky in defense, and it's probably already got Everlight too. So I went for Camouflage, which is going to change me into a normal type. I really like Camouflage. It's a very interesting move, and you can do fun things with it. So I'm going to go for the Spike Cannon here. I was like, okay, that was strange. I actually outsped it. Let me guess, it's going to have something like Dragon Tail, because obviously that's negative priority. So going for the Spike Cannon, it only hits 3 times, and I'm going to get hit by the Dragon Tail. Right, and that does a fair bit of damage to me too. So Corsola's going to be automatically thrown out of the battle, and what do you know, Cloyster's going to come in. So this is going to do so much damage. There's no point going for a Shell Smash. I've got to go for a Spike Cannon. Okay, so hitting Fracture in the balls 5 times in a row. Oh, it doesn't matter. Good. So going for that one, and that's going to hit it 5 times, which is going to do close to half health, which is nice. Now, I already know a Dragon Tail is coming, or maybe like a rest or something like that. So it does hit me with the Dragon Tail, and it also critical hits me. So greatest start to the battle ever, people. Greatest start. So another equally useless Pokemon coming. This team was pretty useless in itself. I had to go for the Z move. I was starting to run out of patience. I'm like, I got to take this thing out because I'm going to get swept by a Fracture, and I'm going to upload it to YouTube. I got swept by a Fracture. A hashtag salt. Anyway, so going for the Z Flash Cannon, Corkscrew Crash. Now, as I said, Dugtree's special attack is nothing short of crap. So if this has any, like, max health or Everlight on it, I know that it's going to leave. And it did! Then it's going to go for another Dragon Tail again, and that's going to do some pretty good damage to me, considering I resist that. Then again, Dugtra's got, like, arse defense, so that's kind of understandable. So this thing's gone through half my team already. And Electros comes out, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to land this Zap Cannon or it's going to rest. Thank you, it hit. If I missed that Zap Cannon and if that Fracture got a rest off, I think I would have filmed myself throwing my DS out the window. And then again, you guys probably want to see that. Anyway, so Vicavolt's going to come in here. I really can't do anything to this. The most I can do is a Zap Cannon, which is probably going to miss anyway. It's not going to do any paralysis. It's not going to do much at all because I don't have much in special attack. All right, swapping in L'Oreal ×3. Now the Levitate ability is going to be annoying on the Vicavolt, but I've got some other moves to hit it because it's going to go for Z Charge, right? Z Charge, right? So it can't hit me with an electric type move. I don't know why I was talking about Levitate there. I was thinking of like another. I was actually thinking of another battle I did today. Anyways, so going for the Metal Sound, which is going to drop the special defense of Vicavolt by 2. Guys, we all know the Levitate ability is really going to affect the moves that I've got on my Pokemon because we all know that I've got ground type moves that are cannon moves. What am I doing? Anyway, so the Vicavolt's going to swap out because it's got a -2 in special defense and Thor's going to come in. I think I'm a little bit tired. So going for the Sandstorm anyway. I've got to get that Sand Force ability up, boosting my marvelous special attack into the heavens. So Throw has got absolutely amazing bulk. I am not even going to be able to touch this thing with a bar of soap at all. So going for the Flash Cannon here. I'm hoping for a special defense drop. Look how much that does. It does nothing. This is so embarrassing. Anyway, so it's going to go for a Scum Throw, and my Dugtree is out of here, baby, but it's all good. I would have liked Tangling Hair there, but then again, it doesn't really matter because I think every one of my Pokemon would actually outspeed it. So it's getting hit by this Sandstorm. I guess that's something at least. So I thought, well, I can swap in old Feraligatr here and go for the Hydro Cannon, and then it's going to hit me with a move. That's going to eject me out of the battle, and I might be able to swap another Pokemon in afterwards to finish it off. Anyway, so it's going to be a Binds hit. Oh, man, this is going to be like that Toxic Bind Throw, trapping me in there, baby. However, I countered that. I just knew, people. I'm going to get ejected out of the battle with the eject button, and my Cloyster is going to be swapped in, which is nice. So the Sandstorm is going to hit the Throw as well. I can just go for the Spike Cannon. This absolutely, I definitely can't afford to go for the Shell Smash because it could have rest or something, and if I got, like, even after a Shell Smash, it's definitely not going to take it out. So going for the Spike Cannon, and old Ernie is going to go down to this one. I think it took, like, almost all of them to take it out. Oh, no, that was 3. My bad, I thought it was 4. So that's down, which is good. So I'm starting to get back into this game. Man, that Fracture, seriously, it fractured my team. So now we have Vicavolt coming out. Well, I'm going to go down to basically a Thunder Shock here, but I've got to get at least one attack off right. So I know that this is the point really where I needed that Scummy King's Rock. I really need it. Look how much this is doing. It's amazing. So I think this Vicavolt is at least max health. Then again, the Spike Cannon is, it's not the most bulkiest, it's not the bulkiest, the most offensive move you could actually use on Cloyster. So the Vicavolt's going to go for a charge, so it's going to begin charging power, which is going to boost its special defense, and the next electric type move that hits me is absolutely going to Shrek me. Anyway, so going for another Spike Cannon on the Cloyster, hoping this, I need a crit here. I really need a crit. That Silk Scarf, people. If I didn't have that Silk Scarf, this would have been like, I don't know, this wouldn't have even done like half by this. I may have done a quarter of damage. Oh, it's got Roost. So I'm roosted, people. I cannot do anything against this thing. The next electric attack is going to take me out quite easily. I don't have Toxic. I don't have anything like that. I contemplated there going for a Shell Smash, but I thought, no, they'll probably just go for electric type move on this thing and I won't get like an opportunity to hit them again. So I thought I may as well just keep doing it. If they keep going for charge and roost, I may risk the Shell Smash. That was my thought process at this point of the game. Anyway, so it's going to be a physical Vicavolt, and it doesn't do much, but of course, you never guessed it, I got paralyzed. Oh, man. I needed some critical hits there. I needed all those Spike Cannons to crit. So my Cloyster is going to go down, but the rest of the team is not out. I've still got 4 more Pokemon left. We've actually both got 4 Pokemon. Okay, people, this is where things started to shine. I had to get back into this game. I was at a desperate situation. So, old friend from the past, remember that Dunsparce team from the last video? Yep, he's come back with a vengeance. So I'm putting old Sparse to sleep, which is good. Now, I really wanted to get a Tail Glow and conversion up. But guys, I actually messed up. This was the first battle that I did right. I actually messed up the order of the move. So when you use conversion right, you need to be able to have the move you're converting into. So I didn't have Fleur Cannon as my first slot. I accidentally had conversion. I forgot to change it before I started my battles. Oh, I'm an idiot. Anyway, so I thought I didn't have any stat, but I thought I might as well spam Fleur Cannon as much as I could. So this Smeagol was max special attack, max speed. Now you actually get to see Smeagol a lot in the bonus battle. Like he does really, really shine there. Hashtag spoilers. But if you want to watch, you can. Anyways, so I have the White Herb on the Smeagol as well, Conversion, Tail Glow, and Spore with Fleur Cannon. Now, Fleur Cannon does drop your stats after using it. That's why I went for White Herb. And if you manage to get 2 Tail Glows up and a Conversion, you could use it, get the White Herb, then use it again. It was just wrecking people. Anyways, even after drop in special attack, you could use it a couple of times because you're at +6. So now we have old Oranguru coming in here. This thing was bulky as right. Also, I had Electros and Kosola and Feraligatr left, so I didn't have... The main problem with this team, right, was the firepower. It just didn't hit hard. My only... I'd say my best and hard-hitting Pokemon were probably Smeagol when it was set up, but that required setup. It wasn't a medium power, which was hard. Probably Dugtrio. That was... And when you're relying on a Flash Cannon Dugtrio, you've got problems, people. You've got big problems. Anyways, so the... Tri-Attack's not going to do much damage to me. As I mentioned earlier, I'm max health, max special attack, and I've got leftovers recovery. So we really aren't doing a lot of damage to each other. So it's got the light screen up too, and I've got no special attack EVs. So it really isn't doing anything to the Oranguru. So that's going to set up the Trick Room, which is actually going to benefit even more because it's paralyzed. Right, I'm guessing this is a Trick Room and a screener kind of, set with, and the Tri-Attack just to get some damage off and try and spread some hacks. Anyway, so this is a no-go for me. I'm not going to be able to take this thing out, so I thought, let's swap into the Feraligatr now. So Oranguru is going to go for another Nature Power. Just hope I didn't get, like hacks here, like freeze hacks or something like that. It was on my mind. It was definitely on my mind. So, it's going to get paralyzed. I took a massive risk here and I went for the Rain Dance. I thought, well, my only chance of actually taking this thing out is go for the Rain Dance and then go for Hydro Cannon. So I got the Rain Dance up. I was like, this is good. All I needed to get 1 Para Hacks. That'd be really good. The light screen actually wears off. So I'm like, this moment, they get paralyzed twice in a row. What? Oh my goodness, that was so lucky. Since I'm in torrent range too, and the light screen's down, and I got the rain up, Oranguru, and I get the crit. What is that? What? Oh my goodness. Oh man, I'm not going to get any good luck for about 2 years now. So Vicavolt's going to come in here and probably use a Spark and take me out. Unfortunately for me, I'm on recharge. Does pretty good damage to me though. I'm going to nearly get taken out. So the Twisted Dimensions turn to normal. That means I can get a Hydro Cannon off against this thing. The rain is up, baby cakes, and I'm in the range of Torrent too. And Vicavolt is down. So for Alligator, Hydro Cannon is pulling through, baby. So the last Pokemon is Relicanth. I love Relicanth, but I really can't do anything here. So I've got to go for the recharge and the Hydro Cannon myself. Oh, it's going to have Calm Mind. It's going to counter my Feraligatr. It's going to counter my Electros. Guys, my only hope is to go for Spike Cannon against Relicanth, and we all know that's going to definitely win. All right, anyway, so it's going to go for, I'm guessing like a Surf, Ancient Power, or something like that. I was hoping it didn't have Rest or anything like that, because, yeah, that's basically over. So I swapped in Corsola. I was like, at least I can go for Toxic and see if this has got Rest. That's my really only option. If it doesn't have Rest, that's good. I can get some extra damage against that white, sets like Calm Mind. Anyway, so Kosola, I'm going to go for Rest here. It's going to go for the Ancient Power. So it's obviously trying to get a scummy boost on me, and that does a lot of damage. Toxic misses. I'm like, oh, I really needed that. I absolutely needed that. So Relicanth can now go for another Calm Mind because I freaking missed with Toxic, and it's not like I got much to work with. I mean, I got a shaky Zap Cannon, oh man, there's nothing I can really do. Toxic misses twice in a row. That is karma from before. That is absolutely, I will 100% say that is karma from the Feraligatr before. But the great thing about the Feraligatr before, it actually got me back into the game. Anyway, so Kosola is down. We've got the Electros and the Feraligatr left. So I thought, well, this is the, last hurrah for my Feraligatr. I may as well go for the Hydro Cannon, do as much damage as possible, then send in the big bad blue condom and see if we can take out this rockfish. Anyway, so Relicanth is going to go for the Ancient Power, and obviously that's going to be enough to take out Feraligatr. Thank goodness it doesn't get any scummy boost because it's already doing a fair amount of damage. So as I mentioned before, I'm very special defensive, so I was quite confident I could take maybe, 2 attacks at least. So Electro goes for Zap Cannon. Oh, and it misses! I really needed that one to hit. I know it's got shaker accuracy, but come on. We need that luck. Anyway, so Relicanth is going to go for a surf. Man, that is doing a lot of damage. I've got the leftovers here. So there was a small chance I could actually live the next one. If I got a Zap Cannon off here, there was a chance. Zap Cannon misses again. Oh. Now Relicanth is going to go for the surf again. It's like, please, I've got to live this one. Come on. You got to keep the faith, people. I lived on 3 health. Got the leftovers recovery. All I need is the Zap Cannon. I needed a Zap Cannon, baby. I needed a crit Zap Cannon. That is what I needed. It got all those calm mines up. Zap Cannon finally lands. I'm like, okay, if this isn't a crit, please get a Parahax, then finish off with the next one. Old Gramps gets paralyzed, and people, it gets through, and it rests. Oh, I'm so salty. That was like the biggest disrespect ever. Oh, I knew that thing had rest, so Relicanth is going to go to sleep, and guys, I think I don't have any Zap Cannons at all. Oh wait, it had a scummy chest though, bro, so it wasn't a classic rest, sleep, talk, Pimpnite there. Anyway, so getting some leftover recovery, which is so important because we all know I'm going to live the next serve. Now I can go for a call because guess what, guys? I've ran out of freaking Zap Cannons. I'm out. I'm all out of PP, and the Relicanth is going to be able to take me out with a surf or just ancient power disrespect kill and get a boost on the final one. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed both these battles. Man, these were such a difficult challenge to do, but it was very, very fun. Peace.